What is going on, explorers? Today, it is a special day. This day only comes by once a year, like most days of the year. But before I get into that, let me go and start the intro music.
Perhaps your skills do extend a bit farther than basketball.
My name is Dante. We are ChezDante, and today we are talking about a special day. Like I said, this day only comes by once a year, and I'll get more into that. But first, let me set the vibes right, because I do have a topic that I want to talk about. As you can see, I'm in an undisclosed location, ATM. Tune into the Patreon if you want to know where I'm at, because I've been updating y'all over there. But let me just go ahead and set the vibe right. I got my incense here. And yeah, give me 1 second while I set the vibes. All right, so the vibe is set. We got the incense going. I forget what this one's called. Oh, Golden Era. Shout out to the incense plug. Anyways, this topic came to me while I was writing in my fourth dimensional thought folio. And what is that? I think I mentioned it in the earlier episodes. Go check back if I did. I don't really remember because it's been a while. But basically, the fourth dimensional thought folio is a book where I keep all the thoughts that come to me that are not consciously brought up by me. So the reason I say fourth dimension is because it comes from a different dimension into the third dimension, which would be my brain. And then I write it down or record it in a podcast episode. So, okay. Here's the thought, right? And I'll dive a little bit deeper into it once I say it. But basically, the universe is always listening, even to your thoughts. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is, if we go off the first, number one, the first hermetic principle, all is mental. This whole universe is a mental construct, right? So the universe is always listening because anything you think, the universe hears it. And why is this so important? Because if the universe is truly all mental, if we are able to direct our thoughts in a particular way, and I mean direct our thoughts that are subconscious or unconscious thoughts by one of my favorite techniques, auto-suggestion. If you haven't heard of that term, go read Think and Grow Rich. Auto-suggestion just means self-suggestion, right? I wouldn't say hypnosis, but you want to create a muscle memory, but a muscle memory for your brain and how you sort of think of things, right? So the universe is always listening, even to your thoughts. If you continue to have negative thoughts, negative thought patterns, the universe is going to reflect that, right? And so it's hard to really get out of these negative thought patterns when you create them and then you actively see them out in the world, in the universe, right? But the idea here basically is to kind of train your mind, and it does take a while. Like, I'm still actively doing it. I'm not saying this is a solution, but like it definitely helps, like auto suggestion, writing things down daily of, I am in good health. I am, my mental health is good. I am on the right path. These kind of like affirmations, although they do kind of seem like woo-woo-ish, there's actual merit behind them because, like I said, it's like muscle memory. It's like lifting weights. It's like going to the gym, right? Once you do it enough, your muscle kind of remembers what to do, and then you could do it without thinking about it, right? So going back to, the universe always listening, you have to be really careful about your mental diet. What do you put into your mind? What do you allow into your brain, your mental garden, and what plants do you allow to grow? Do you allow weeds that are no good, no bueno? Or do you allow, I don't even know any other plants, roses, tulips, marijuana. But you get what I'm saying? You want to have things that are positive. You want to have your mental garden growing positive flowers. And why is today such a special day? Well, today, usually, I used to say what day it was, and then I stopped that, but because today is the day that it is, I figured I'd mention it. Today is August 8th. And if you know anything about, I guess, astrology, astronomy, ancient history, maybe, you would know that August 8th is the Lionsgate Day. Now, let me go ahead and read to you what that means. We got the handy dandy spy software in hand, aka the cell phone. That's fine. Let's just do a Google search. The Lionsgate portal, August 8th, 2024. I mean, I could probably play a video too. Let me see if I can find a video actually. And then we'll listen to that. Let me see. Like, okay, here's another thought, right? A lot of people, we all use, not all of us, but we use social media. We use Instagram and TikTok, YouTube, and all those things, right? So your algorithm is almost like a reflection of what's in your mind, right? So if you're watching specific videos, more of those videos will start to show up like, oh, I just started watching dog videos on my TikTok feed. Now TikTok's going to be showing you more dog videos. That's kind of what I mean by, having a mental garden. And it's kind of like a mental algorithm, which is obviously based off the mind. Lionsgate Portal 2024. These are all just meditations. Explained. I say this every week, like, oh, I should have looked into this beforehand and got all the YouTube videos that I wanted to watch. But you know how I do. We do it on the fly. I'm just looking for a short, 2-minute explainer video. I don't think I'll be able to find that though. Um. Okay, I won't be able to find it, but basically, what the Lionsgate portal means is that during this time, we are aligned with the Sirius star system, if I'm correct. So our connection to the energy from that star system, which is a 2-star system. We live in a 1-star star system, a 1-sun star system, a 2-sun star system. Basically, the energies are more direct from that system today. They're more direct than any other day of the year. So this is a really good time for you to cultivate your mental garden. What do you want to put out into the universe, so that you get like a response, a feedback loop? You want to put more positive things out there. Sorry, I'm trying to look this up and talk at the same time. I don't even know what's a good thing, like, site. What do I search? Explained? Explained. Here we go. All right, the Lionsgate portal. When spiritual sun, Sirius, earthly sun, or Orion's belt are in perfect alignment, this event sends a massive amount of spiritual light to Earth. Lionsgate portal will be on its peak August 8th, 2024. So this will be an opportunity for the people who want to manifest and utilize their time for attracting divine energy. When websites and places start to talk about manifest, I know some people kind of get turned away because of that term, but manifest to me is kind of just building something, right? So there was nothing, and then you build something that's there now, right? Like you go to a beach, there's no sandcastles, and then you build a sandcastle. You manifested it. You saw it in your mind, and you're like, I want to put this here, and then you built it. That's kind of what manifesting is to me. It's a little bit more practical. All right, here. How to manifest during the Lionsgate portal. Reflect on your desires. Make a journal and write them on a paper. Meditate. Visualize your goals with a bright light from Sirius filling you, meaning, get out in the sun. Gratitude. Express your gratitude for what you have coming your way. Ritual. Light a candle. Use crystals, like quartz, and speak your intentions aloud. Obviously, I didn't light a candle, but we got the incense. That's the ritual. You already know. We've been doing this every episode. Creative expression. Make vision boards. Write about your goals or channel your energy into art. Doing a podcast is like art to me. This is my art form. And, like I said, we're in an undisclosed location, which is also an art. Check out the Patreon for more info. And trust the process. Release attachment and maintain a positive mindset. One must trust this whole process if you want it to happen. If you want to make this happen into reality. Have faith. Believe in yourself. If you believe it's going to work, it will work. If you don't believe it's going to work, it's not going to work. That's just how the universe works. So let me just now go over to the first Hermetic principle. I've talked about the whole list of the Hermetic principles, but let me just focus on the first one of mentalism. All right. We don't want to. Yeah, this is going to be a whole lot of talking and stopping, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, Hermetic Principle 1, Mentalism. The all is mind. The universe is mental. The principle of mentalism is the first building block of the process of manifestation. Now, the alchemist. What is an alchemist? An alchemist or alchemy is basically changing, for instance, one chemical into another, right? The ancients, I don't even know how ancient, but it goes back, believe that they could turn lead into gold. I also believe that you can turn mental lead into mental gold. And by that, I mean, you can have a bad experience, but then still see the light in it. You can make light of it. You can turn it into gold. Like a stand-up comedian, they might have something horrible that happens to them in real life, but then they turn it into a funny joke that then helps other people go through maybe a similar thing or a similar experience. And that's what I mean by mental gold. So anyways, to the alchemist, the principle of mentalism explains all phenomena of life, matter, and energy. Through the understanding of this principle, the alchemist is able to diagnose the nature of energy, power, and matter as beings subordinate to the power of the mind. The alchemist uses this knowledge to connect with his or her innermost self, and through that connection bring balance and stability into his or her own life. Thus, he or she becomes fully capable of manifesting anything within the will of the divine. In Sanskrit, the innermost part of your being that connects with the mind all is called Atman, which means innermost spirit or soul. The Atman in Hinduism is the true essence of a person that exists beyond time, eternally imperishable and forever living in the mind of Brahman, the absolute Gautama. Who is Gautama? Guatemala. Listen to the word Guatemala. Guatemala. Guatem. Who is Guatem? Guatem is the Buddha. All right. Buddha says, what you think you become, what you feel you attract, what you imagine you create. This is what I was saying about the sandcastle earlier. You see what you want the sandcastle to look like before it's even there. And then you build it. It's like, I want to use this size bucket of this sand and make this tower on this side and this tower over here. Manifestation on the beach, chilling in the sun. 888 Lionsgate portal. So Gautama, that's Buddha's name, or the Buddha. In the Bible, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Philippians 4:8. I mean, obviously, it's good to keep your mind set on the Most High. But just think about that for a bit, you know. You hear people and, people online and, depending on what your algorithm looks like. I know my algorithm looks like a bunch of, I don't even know how to describe it. But if you, curate, like I'm curating the focus on this video. If you curate your algorithm, you follow certain people, you like certain posts, you're going to see more of those posts. If you want to, reach a certain body weight, you got to first be able to see it in your mind and believe that you can achieve it. Once you believe you can achieve it, then you can achieve it. As the famous Luke Rockhold once says, believe it and then achieve it. Oh, I want to play that clip now. Here I am jumping all over the place, but see it in your mind, lock it in your mind, remind yourself with the power of autosuggestion. Say it to yourself every morning when you wake up and every time before you go to bed. You need it to be etched into your mind like the grooves on a record. I know I'm using all these metaphors and similes, but you get the point I'm trying to make. I hope you do. Luke Rockhold. Believe, achieve. Okay.
That's how you overcome things. That's how you put yourself out there. You believe it and you achieve it. And that's what I do. I know what I'm going to do. I know that I'm better than this.
Sounds like
I
the
know
worst
that I'm gonna
self-help
knock him
book you've
out.
ever read. Conceive, believe, achieve. Shut the fuck up. Listen,
Yeah.
you're talking like you.
Okay, so, and to this point, right? That was Michael Bisping. This was at a press conference. It's kind of related because Michael Bisping ended up knocking out Luke Rockhold. But he was only able to do it because he believed he was able to do that, you know? So keep that in your mind. Keep the highest, best possible outcome in your mind and remind yourself of that every chance you get. And stick to it. Stick to the plan. Stay on the path. And I think that's going to be it. I think that's going to be it for this episode. It's not going to be too long. You know, the universe is always listening, even to your thoughts. Keep that in mind. Make sure you have the best thoughts that you can at all times. And if you can't, you can. So think about that. Until the next time, I'm going to play the outro music. Peace.
Further.
I'm sorry?
You said my skills extend farther than the basketball court. Farther relates to distance. Further is a definition of degree. You should have said further.